And now, Suspense. Your host is Autolite, and this is Rex Marshall speaking for the Autolite family. You know, Autolite serves throughout the world, wherever men travel. And the worldwide Autolite family includes among its members the greatest names in the industry, those who use Autolite products as original equipment. It also includes some 30,000 men and women in Autolite plants in the United States, Canada, and many foreign countries, as well as thousands of Autolite dealers, distributors, and authorized Autolite service stations who supply Autolite products and authorized Autolite service to car, truck, tractor, airplane, and boat owners everywhere. Tonight we have the privilege of saluting a distinguished member of the Autolite family, the Studebaker Corporation. Later on, we'll meet Studebaker's General Sales Manager, Mr. Paul R. Davis. And now, Suspense.
We're reopening a case, Bert. It's the Manners case.
Constance?
Yes, I'm turning it over to you. They've got new evidence, Bert.
She's been found?
No, she hasn't been found. The police had a new lead a few weeks ago.
Where?
Duane, a little resort town upstate. You used to go there with Constance.
Once, yes. What was the lead?
A fellow by the name of Clymer. Arthur Clymer, an artist. You know him? He was seen with a woman answering Miss Manners' description. Their words.
They investigate?
Sure. Clymer denied it. The police didn't find anyone, so they dropped it.
Well, they filed this case as closed over a year ago. What brings us in again?
Her Uncle Alfred.
That old goat has too much money.
Look, Bert, I know it's a rough shake, stirring up this case again, but you know what she meant to her uncle. You were in love with the girl yourself before you married Sally. You're the logical man, Bert, if you're up to it emotionally.
What do you want me to do?
Go up to this place, Duane. Get a cottage, live there. Get acquainted with Clymer. Find out what he feels, what he thinks.
What about Sally?
That's just it. You bring your wife with you. Don't you see, if you went up alone, Clymer might be suspicious.
Sally's not going to like this.
But if it's too much for you, say so.
When do you want me to go?
Just as soon as you can.
All right. I'll phone in as soon as I'm ready to leave. I'm going to have to talk to Sally about this.
He'll take it, Jim. It's a rotten thing trying to make him do it. No. I'm thinking about his wife. They've only been married a year. Just left. He's gone to tell Sally.
want to do it, Bert.
I don't want to drag you in on it.
Oh, would it be any different for me if you went alone? Oh, darling. Oh, darling. This doesn't happen very often, does it?
I'm not very demonstrative.
Were you with her? No, that's not fair.
You see what it's doing already? It's opening everything up.
Oh, no, Bert. It would open everything up if we didn't face this.
Do you want me to go?
I don't want to play second fiddle to Constance anymore.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, no. Constance was my rival, as well as my friend. I didn't have a chance until she was gone.
Sally, that was only because I didn't really know you.
I have to be sure of that, Bert. I have to know that you're sure. I'm going to go back now.
Haven't turned the electricity on. I told him that we'd be here tonight.
Well, there must be a lamp or some candles or something around.
No, leave the door open. Let some light come in. Ah, here's something.
Bert, listen.
I don't hear anything.
Well, that's it. Just the crickets. Oh, it's so peaceful. You know, Bert, I have a hunch that this whole thing's going to be a false alarm. This climber fellow turned out to be some stuffy old artist with bats in his belfry, and we can have a wonderful vacation. You know, we never had a real honeymoon, Bert.
Sure, it's chilly in here. How about a fire?
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Say, I'll see if I can't find us another lamp or something. Bert, I found one. It's pretty old, though. Real rickety. Bert? Constance. Well, that artist, what's his name? Clymer must have lived here.
You, wouldn't make a very good detective. We don't know how long it's been here, or whether some other artist might have lived here. There's no signature on it.
You looked?
Well, sure, I looked. What do you mean?
I thought when you saw this portrait, you stopped being a detective.
Well, you thought wrong. I'm only a detective. That's all I want to be. Now, I'll call the renting office first thing in the morning and find out if Clymer did live here.
Let her look at us. She'd prefer it that way. I'll go upstairs and see about the beds. She is beautiful, isn't she? My best friend. Beautiful and tantalizing and wicked.
Sally, can't you forgive her?
I never stood in her way, Bert. I knew her almost 10 years, but I never stood in her way, not even with you. But what sort of a wife would she have made you, Bert? Fair as he saw her. Oh, he wasn't fooled. Look at that face. That's not the face of your dreams. That's her real face. Cruel and willful.
You really weren't her friend, were you?
No, Bert. I was your friend.
can't seem to remember who had the Eckridge house last summer. What, the Millers? They was up on the hill.
Well, lots of artists come out here, don't they? I thought some artists might have it.
Artists? Don't get many artists round here. Do we, David? Oh, was that fella made baskets 2 years ago. One ran his bicycle through the bake shop window.
No. I mean painters or sculptors.
Don't recollect no sculptors being here. Ain't much to sculpt but trees.
Well, you must have some way of finding out. Can't you trace it?
Don't see what difference it makes, young fella. Whoever it was, they ain't here now.
Look, don't you keep books on the places you rent?
Come to think of it, we didn't rent your cottage last summer. Mr. Eckridge done that himself.
Where can I find him?
Up in Maine. Left early this year.
I see. Thanks for your trouble. Oh, did you ever hear of a fellow named Clymer, Arthur Clymer?
Don't recall. He the fella you're looking for?
I'm not looking for anybody, just a friend of a friend.
David, wasn't that fella the police was questioning a while back? About a girl, wasn't it?
I wouldn't know anything about that. Well, thanks for your trouble.
No trouble.
Anything happen?
Plain close-mouthed town. If I had stopped 2 more people, I might as well have put on a badge. Funny, I don't remember it that way.
Remember? Bert, you were here before. With Constance. You never told me.
Well, I thought I had, or she had. I don't see why it matters anyway.
Go ahead, move it back. You see it's out of place.
How do I know what place it was in?
We can't escape her. Can we, Bert?
Oh, Sally, look.
Hello, anybody home? Oh, there you are. Glad I found you in. I remembered this morning that I left some property here. I'm Arthur Clymer.
My name's Hastings, and this is my wife.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, there it is. I knew I had left it here.
You made it? You're a sculptor?
Well, I dabble. I did this last summer. In this very house, as a matter of fact.
It's a beautiful piece of work. Did you use a model for it?
My wife. She's quite a beautiful woman.
We'll return to our suspense story in just a moment. Right now, it's a great pleasure to salute a distinguished member of the Autolite family, the Studebaker Corporation. And we'd like you to meet Studebaker's General Sales Manager, Mr. Paul R. Davis.
Thank you. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a real pleasure for me to appear on this Autolite program. We at Studebaker are old friends of Autolite, and Autolite products are well represented in our dramatically different 1953 models. Cars that are the exciting achievement of 100 years of Studebaker experience. Many of you, no doubt, have read Time magazine's fine cover story on Studebaker, which appeared a few weeks ago. But now, we'd like to show you an actual 1953 Studebaker, the new American car with the European look. This is the Studebaker Starliner hardtop,
Isn't it a beauty? Look how long it is, how wide it is, how low it is. This Starliner is less than 5 feet high. It has the distinctive charm of a costly foreign car, but it's right down to earth in price. And it's thoroughly American in comfort and handling ease. This car styling is dramatically new. This is not an experimental car or a car for future buyers. This is a regular production car. You can order one just like it at a down-to-earth price. The 1953 Studebakers come in many body styles, low-price champions and powerful Commander V8s that are surprisingly economical. This is our 1953 Land Cruiser V8. Big, roomy, luxurious. Here's the Commander V8 hardtop again. All Studebaker V8s offer power steering at extra cost. Now, the gas-saving Studebaker Champions. They also have the exciting European look. This Champion is the four-door sedan. It sells in the lowest price field. And here's the Champion Starlight Coupe. Just look at that rear deck. These are only a few of our body styles. All 1953 Studebakers offer automatic drive or overdrive at extra cost. For 53, Studebaker brings you the new American car with a European look. And Autolite has cooperated with us fully in making these Studebakers the finest ever built. I'm sure that you will be thrilled with these entirely new, dramatically different 53 cars. I invite you to see them at your Studebaker dealers.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Autolite is proud of its years of association with Studebaker and Studebaker dealers everywhere. And now, Act Two of Portrait of Constance, starring Anne Rutherford and Hugh Riley.
Come in.
I hope you don't mind my dropping in on you like this.
I left the door open. You're dressed rather formally, aren't you?
I thought your wife would be here.
Ah, yes, my wife. My beloved Constance. You came to see her, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Sure you did. You saw her portrait. You fell in love with her. I'm used to it.
That's not true.
Why didn't you bring your wife?
She's not well.
You're lying. You came to see Constance. All right, you shall see her. Join the ranks of her admirers. Hardly an exclusive club. Constance, come here, darling. We have company. Constance, come and present yourself. You thought you'd see her. She isn't even here.
Where is she?
Where is she? Sorry to disappoint you, Hastings. She hasn't been here in quite a while.
She's left you?
Oh, no. I get a letter nearly every day. I'll get one in the morning. The little cheat. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you crying for? I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I keep her letters there in my desk, and all her clothes in the closet. All her clothes, just as they were. I try to go on with my work, and it's just agony, But I love her. Hastings, I love her more than a man should love a woman.
Sally, don't act this way.
Oh, how do you want me to act? It was a mistake, Bert. I never should have let you come here. Or maybe I shouldn't have come.
Sally, don't.
Oh, Bert, let's leave. Phone Higgins and tell him to send someone else.
I can't, Sally.
But you said she isn't here.
I told you what he said. Now, do I have to brief you on this case as if you were the DA?
Aren't you going to eat anything?
I haven't got time.
Bert! Bert! You're not going there again tonight. You think she's there, don't you?
I don't know. Will you stop badgering me?
You want her to be there, don't you? You want her to be there. You're still in love with her.
Yes. Yes, I do want Constance to be there. Yes, I do still love her. Nothing.
What are you doing here?
There's no clothes, no letters. She never lived here. Why did you lie to me? Why? Why don't you tell me where she is? Why? No. Why don't you tell me where she is?
She's dead.
How? How did she die?
How does one die? That's an interesting question.
Answer me.
Some say when the breath leaves the body, there is death. But it is also said we live suspended in each other's minds, so perhaps there is no death.
How? How did she die?
I killed her.
No, you didn't. You're out of your mind.
No, not anymore. Maybe I was. Maybe I had reason. You've seen her face. To kiss that face, waking and sleeping, you know what that means to a man? To see her loveliness, walk with it and touch it and know it is not yours. To hear her say, I love you. To hear her say, I love you.
No!
But I could not win her. She belonged to no one but herself. You know what that means? She's buried outside. I'll show you. Here. An angel of death. A little angel of death for my Constance. She is not there. She's not under that ground.
Where is she? 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 Where is she?
There she is down there, crashed in the rocks.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
You kill me! You kill me like you killed her! Like you killed her!
Yes! Yes, the way I killed her! Come! Constance! Where are you, Constance? Constance! Where are you? Constance! 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 You're not Constance. No, you're not. You're not. I killed Constance. She's down there at the bottom of the cliff.
You killed her. You killed Constance.
Yes, madam. We found the body at the bottom of the cliff a week ago. We knew he had done it, but we needed proof.
You're the police?
I'm a detective, ma'am. Your husband's agency cooperated with us. I'm sorry, Mrs. Hastings. I had to play it this way to get a confession.
And so we come to the end of another story of suspense brought to you by Autolite. Tonight we had the privilege of saluting a distinguished member of the Autolite family, the Studebaker Corporation. We were happy to have had as our special guest Studebaker's General Sales Manager, Mr. Paul R. Davis. I'd like to remind you that 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to see the star-studded climax of this year's Autolite Family Salute program, the Easter Parade of Stars Auto Show, to be televised direct from New York's Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Your hostess will be that glamorous lady, Irene Dunn. The program will feature singing star Robert Merrill and America's finest new cars. So accept our invitation, won't you, to be with us for the Easter Parade of Stars Auto Show 2 weeks from tonight on Suspense. Sculpture on tonight's program by Arnold Berger. Next week, our suspense story will be Death in the Cave, the exciting adventure of two spelunkers, men who explore the caverns deep below the surface of the earth. Death in the Cave, starring Zachary Scott. Another story well calculated to keep you in suspense. Tuesday Night Thrills Danger on the CBS Television Network.